Higher fuel prices are not just impacting consumers at the pump, but they are having an impact everywhere. For air travelers, they mean more expensive airfares and fewer places to fly in and out of.
Airlines, for the first time in a long time, are exercising fiscal discipline. They're more concerned with their quarterly earning reports and profit margins than they've ever been. In the past, they used to compete on market share. Now they compete on networks. They've consolidated to large networks like the Star, One World alliances. The three large alliances include the SkyTeam Alliance. We've also seen consolidation with Southwest acquiring AirTran. All of those have led to a retrenchment into hub airports, primarily to save on fuel costs, because that is the highest variable cost that the airlines are dealing with.
The Airports Council International, a trade group, found that the nation's smallest airports lost 10 to 15% of their scheduled flights since 2005. Medium-sized airports, meanwhile, lost 18% of their scheduled flights, but the biggest airports fared relatively better.
Passengers are increasingly driving to larger hub airports, abandoning smaller and mid-sized cities, and they're electing to drive 3 and 4 hours for cheaper fares, but also primarily because that's where the flights are available from.
The top 50 airports now represent more than 80% of all passenger departures, while the 200 smallest airports account for less than 3% of passengers.
Airports perform a wide array of functions and benefits for communities. They do provide air service, which is not the primary purpose of an airport. An airport is supposed to provide access for things like disaster recovery, emergency services, moving people from the smaller towns to larger cities for medical services, transporting organs, transporting cargo. Airports are logistics centers, as railroads used to be in the past. Air service is one function that they provide, but all cities benefit from having vibrant airports in their communities.
In Florida, the fourth largest state in the country, Tallahassee Regional Airport, located in the fastest growing city in that state, has seen airlines drastically reduce the number of flights, resulting in a loss of over 42% of its market share.
Tallahassee has a very committed business community. It's a state capital. They must travel for business, and airlines know this. They tend to want to continue to serve high-yield, high-profit cities. They're just cutting back on any capacity that would be available to a discretionary or recreational traveler.
But Tallahassee Regional Airport is not resting on its laurels. It is aggressively trying to win back its market share by getting the word out that they are open for business and ready to serve.
We've got a multi-pronged marketing approach kicked off with this airport event that we did on October 1, the Airport Fun Fest and Barbecue Challenge. The idea is to re-engage people in their hometown airport.
We're a regional airport, and we serve this entire region for about a 100-mile radius, as a matter of fact. So having that kind of air service in the capital city is very, very important.
As a state capital, this is a critically important asset to our community. It obviously is the transportation of choice for our state legislators, for businesses coming into this area, but also for the people who live here regularly. We've got 2 universities, we've got a community college, and it's absolutely important that people be able to get in and out of here at a cost that they can afford.
The thing I like the best about this airport is how easy it is for me to use. I mean, I leave home, I'm here within 30 minutes, I park the car, walk in, get on the plane and go. I mean, you're anxious anyway because you're getting ready to get on a plane and you're worried about getting to your plane and going through security, and so you don't need a lot of added stress on top of that. I mean, the parking area here is right there. You know, you just walk in. You don't have to wait for a bus to cart you around, and it's much simpler to me, and that has value to me.
Tallahassee Regional Airport, also known as TLH, serves a diverse group of users, including airlines, commuter and charter services, scheduled air cargo operations, corporate aviation, light aircraft training, and a wide variety of other business-oriented and private general aviation activities. The management team at Tallahassee Regional Airport has made it their top priority to build trust and instill a sense of pride in its owners for their hometown airport.
The airport creates certain tangible economic benefits for the community. And if they support their hometown community, there are long-term benefits and dividends that would come out of that relationship. So as we master plan the future for this airport, both in terms of its terminal and its economic development, it will be done in conjunction with the community so that they have a sense of ownership. They feel that this is their hometown airport and they need to support it for long-term reasons.
One of the key components to generating enthusiasm about Tallahassee Regional Airport is 1,200 acres of vacant airport property that management hopes to convert into non-aviation related business ventures that the community will support.
We're looking at a number of non-aeronautical applications, primarily technology parks, industrial parks, logistics centers, some amusement areas, some mixed-use retail, hotels, as well as drawing some aviation-related uses, such as aircraft maintenance activities, aircraft overhaul activities, and potentially some new aircraft assembly activity. We intend to take each of these parcel development initiatives to the community to get their consensus on what they think is the best development initiative. And by doing that, having them engage in the process of selecting development alternatives, we think that we can engender a closer connection to their airport and a better understanding of how it benefits them.
Fuel prices will no doubt continue to rise, and as they do, airlines will continue to adjust their schedules. But smaller airports like Tallahassee Regional will not stand idly by, but will continue to fuel the wings of commerce to keep America moving. To learn more about Tallahassee Regional Airport, visit flytallahassee.com.